Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you guys, if you haven't watched this in a while, re-watch it. You'll be surprised to see, like, how in the hell did this get by the ratings, because a lot of this stuff is pretty scary. So I was actually shocked to rediscover that when I was rewatching it. Branded as the real Ghostbusters to distinguish it and as well as take a jab at the Filmation series titled Ghostbusters, 2 words. This debuted in 1986 and lasted until 91, so that's a pretty long production run. It was produced by Deke, and I know G.I. Joe fans are going to hate those 3 letters, but Deke actually did a good job with this series. Like I said, I was surprised on the scary elements, and it's actually good as an adult to rewatch this, so I highly recommend that. Obviously, it's based off the famous movie, and you'll also be surprised to know that Arsenio Hall was the voice of Winston from seasons 1 to 3 before his show came on. So that's actually a little fun tidbit to remember. Now, the series, of course, was You Had to Make a Toy if it was on TV, was produced by Kenner. So I have the Ecto one, and I needed to take it down and do a little cleaning, so I thought it would be a good time to do a little review. So here we have the 1984 Ecto 1 from Kenner. I wanted to point out the windows and how dirty they are, so we're going to do a little bit of a cleaning, and this is why I'm doing this, is this car toy needs a thorough cleaning. So I'm going to use Magic Eraser, Armor All, Windex, and a towel. So here we have the 1984 Ecto 1 from Kenner. Of course, I have Dr. Peter Venkman in the movie, played by Bill Murray. And once again, though, I've always wanted to feature this like I did with the 1983-84 kit car. This car often gets overshadowed with all the you got the General Lee, you got Kit, you got the A-Team van. I know, people see Ecto 1 and they just can't help but smile. So I have this toy sitting in the retro room, and it's just been collecting. It just needs a cleaning. So one of the important things is with these 1980s plastic, especially this clear plastic, they tend to get foggy, just like your headlamps in your car. There's a way to get rid of that, I found out, and that's basically, you get a magic eraser, you cut it to a little piece like that, wet it, and basically I have already done most of it, but this was all foggy when I started, and you could see how much of that crap just came out. So it's a really good tool in cleaning. I also took a little bit of Armor All, and like you do your regular car, just shine up the wheels a little bit. And again, this has 2 strikes. Number 1, it's 80s plastic. Number 2, it's white 80s plastic. So yeah, to get it this white, everybody has seen Storm Shadow and how the yellowing of that, especially with the NES and SNES, the yellowing of those units with the white plastic. So yeah, you could do that peroxide type. There's ways to brighten it up. That's basically a file retardant that they put into that plastic. That's what makes the yellowing, and this just simple oxidation. So that's just simple chemistry right there. That's why white tends to yellow, especially with these 80s, 90s toys. What's interesting is like if you see, here's the Ecto, a model of Ecto 1 from the second Ghostbusters, and there is variance between Ecto 1 from the movie and from the cartoon. Obviously, the movie is a little bit different, but in the back, what's interesting with this is the back goes down all the way. And I like to put, like, this seat is mounted, usually mounted on the top for one of the Ghostbusters to sit there and blast away ghosts. I actually just end up putting it in the trunk. There's a slot back here you could put it in, so it stays in there. I mean, I love station wagons. I actually own 2 station wagons, an Audi and a Beamer, but I love station wagons, so having the station wagon is pretty damn cool. Also, like, all these grime, and you have to be careful because, again, this is, the stickers are on here, so you don't want to get it wet, and it's just a pain in the ass to clean. But nonetheless, when you are a retro collector, you do want to clean things. And ironically, this thing, when people visit, it's one of the things like, oh, Ecto 1. And it always brings a smile when people visit our house and they come into the retro room. But again, like, you know, I have to get a Q-tip and get in the top crevices right here. All this detail and stuff. So that all needs to be cleaned out. But this is such a great figure. I mean, toy. It's just, I mean, it sticks out and it always gets noticed. One big problem with a lot of collectors with this is the doors. So you do have to be very, very careful with the doors, like the back and the front. Again, it's a hinge thing, so they could easily snap. So finding Ecto 1s in the aftermarket with their doors and the stickers are 2 things that are problematic. I like the front. You have the Ecto 1 license plate there. And again, I'm excited about the 2020 release of, you know, Ghostbusters. I'm like a lot of people. I did not like the 2016 remake with mostly the SNL female cast. It's nothing about the girls. I know they did the best they could, and I give them all credit to the world. But unfortunately, what they were given to work with wasn't that great. And that's not their fault. So I know there was a lot of issues with hate mail and stuff, and that's not fair. That's not their fault at all, you know? They did the best they could. So the blame should be on the writers and people just cashing in on the Ghostbusters name. But the 2020 movie, that's going to be pretty damn exciting. You know, it still remains to see if Bill Murray will be a part of it. I hope so, but, you know, if he isn't, he has his reasons. I do hope so. So again, that's this simple review of this iconic 1984 toy that warms the hearts of many. And I know this review has long been overdue, so once again, thank you for watching Cody and YouTube Hero 2. And if you are interested in more G.I. Joe and other iconic 80s, 90s franchises, please hit that subscribe button. You know, I'm a fan, and I just do this, you know, for other fans and just part of the community. Thank you once again, and I look forward to seeing you. Have an excellent day. Peace.